Hi, my name's Trudie. I'm one of the team here at iCuber and also one of the vloggers. This week's vlog is all about difficult sessions. We've all had them or will have them at some point. So difficult sessions, we've all been there at some point or all will be there at some point. Difficult can mean having a Bready who's upset, someone who's tired, seems disinterested, disruptive learning environments, or basically any factors that affect the learning and have a negative impact on the lesson. In these times, it's really important to remain calm, act professional, adapt to the Bready's needs, and do your best. You have this job for a reason. You can do this. This is a good time to mention that how you deal with the aftermath of a lesson like this is really important too. You need to remember to look after yourself, take some time out, breathe, maybe get yourself a cup of tea or a drink and refuel, as these type of sessions can really drain your energy levels. There's the WeChat group where we can share our experiences if we've had a bad day, but also make sure that what you're sharing should be shared. If you need to vent or hear some positive reinforcement from your teammates, then this is the group. But if it's a safeguarding issue, you need to contact Sarah or a member of the management team. So let's talk about moving away from the plan and ways to cheer them up. Sessions which are difficult are prime times to move away from the plan. If a child is disinterested or doesn't want to engage, it's time to adapt. This is one of the roles of being a teacher. I mentioned in previous vlogs that if the Bready isn't focused or in the right mindset, you will struggle to cover the content and retain their interest, and for them to retain the content that you're trying to teach them. So some ideas of what you could use. This could be something as simple for younger Breadies as engaging them with a toy. It could be singing a song, maybe nursery rhymes, or learning a song together. Be prepared and upload them into the classroom. You could watch a video together. If you haven't got one in the classroom and you've got one to hand quickly on your phone, you could play that to them. If they like animals, find one about them, or find a learning video, or link it to the lesson content. It can also make a really good discussion point. It could be just playing a game to captivate their interest and make them want to be involved. Something like Hangman or I Spy, or getting them to move around. Can you find? Or maybe something like Guess the Animal or Guess the Object. And I have a really good game that lots of Breadies enjoy where I have a box or a bag and I pull out part of it and I say, in my bag I have, and I show them a little bit and they have to say what it is. Or I could say, oh, it's yellow, it's long, you can eat it. What is it? And they have to guess it's a banana. There are loads of games that can be played. And depending on the age and ability and the interest of the Bready, you can pick something that will suit them. Drawing something is always really good as well. Just giving them the chance to draw something they want to draw. For older Breadies, a lot of what I mentioned also works really well. But there are some other things you can do as well. Talking of something of interest to them. If they're a bit older or more able, you might be able to hold more of a conversation and find a way to talk to them to get them to engage. Find what is of interest to them and talk about them. Older kids especially love this. And if you think about it, most of us as a teenager love talking about ourselves. We're kind of in our own bubble. It's important to remember that it's okay to do this and move away from the plan. Look at a song, watch a video. It's what the team want you to do. They want what's best for the Bready and what's best for you. And they don't want the Bready to be made to feel forced to do these things. Like I said, equally, it's important to do what's best for you. You don't want to make yourself feel a bit rubbish. So writing a review on one of those difficult sessions. Reviews are always really important, but even more so in one of these difficult sessions. And you need important information in this review. The reviews are a good way to inform the parents. If they haven't been there at the time of the lesson, it's a good way to inform them why the lesson wasn't complete. The review is always really good as well for you to refer back to. So if you have this student in the future, or if you want to look back at your notes, you'll remember this lesson. The review is also there for the team, so they understand what has happened. It's really important for other teachers that work with that Bready, as then they can see what's worked, what hasn't worked, and you can help each other out. What's important is that you don't make the Bready feel like it's their fault and that they're in the wrong, even if they were a bit difficult in the session. You just need to inform the team, but not make them feel like it's their fault. So you have to be positive. There's a vlog about writing reviews and the importance of being positive, and it's even more important in difficult lessons. But you still need to be honest. So you're going to need to write about if the Bready was upset, maybe what they were doing, if they were crying or if they were angry. So you might want to word it something like, so-and-so was upset during our lesson. It's helpful to say sort of about how long it lasted. Don't give an exact time, but maybe indicate if it was the whole session or if it was only part of the session. So you might say something like, it was a shame that so-and-so was tired in today's lesson, which kind of shows that it was all of the lesson. Or you might put, though so-and-so started the lesson and was distracted, she soon focused well, which shows that it didn't last for the whole lesson. Mention how you got them to become engaged. So you might say something like, so-and-so responded well to the use of songs or videos, whatever worked. You can mention what didn't seem to work. If there's something that really didn't help or something you tried that didn't seem to go down well. So for example, you could say, as so-and-so was very upset, we tried some but actually he preferred Really helpful to put this in. And then remember to inform the team in the IQ Bar WeChat More Information group that your session was a bit difficult. Safeguarding. Now this is so important. So let's start with what it actually means. Safeguarding means a protection of health, well-being and human rights of individuals, particularly children or young people. Now there may be times where you witness something in the class that is a concern or something that made you feel not quite right. So if something made you feel sad, uncomfortable, uneasy or any feelings that aren't right, it's probably a safeguarding issue. So here are some examples that could come under the umbrella of a safeguarding issue. If there's some kind of extreme shouting going on, any physical abuse, the use of the toilet whilst you're on the video call, or many other issues that occur. Safeguarding is really important. Mention it to the team and mention it to the designated safeguarding leader, which is Sarah. She's always there and there are always ways to help and they can offer support to you and to the Bready in question. It's these kind of things that shouldn't be mentioned in the group chat. If you're feeling down, it's fine to mention it and ask for some support. But don't mention the Bready's name or the specific issues that have occurred. Even if you think the issue is something small, it's better to be safe and report it than to wait and let further issues occur. These matters are private and need to be dealt with in the correct manner. So here's some things I would recommend. Make a note of the Bready's name and the date and the time of your lesson. Write down what you saw or what happened so it's fresh in your mind. And as soon as you can, report the incident to Sarah, even if you feel like it's something small. It could be that the child has a case file that's been ongoing, so all these details will be needed. It's one of your responsibilities under the Teacher Standards, TS11, to promote principles of safeguarding, to, in quotations, report any safeguarding concerns with a member of the UK management team. We understand that safeguarding can be a bit confusing or daunting, particularly as there are so many cultural differences. But if unsure, say something and ask. The team are there to help. So that's the end of this week's video. If this vlog has made you think of an occasion that perhaps seems to have some safeguarding issues, please say something. It's better to say it late than to never say it. Obviously, the earlier the better, but please tell the team. We'd rather you say. I hope this has helped and hold on in there in those bad lessons. Happy teaching, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.